Hello BookTube, I'm Scott.
I'm Mel.
We are Gunpowder Fiction and Plot. We review books that are good or
Bad.
like we don't select beforehand.
Well, we try to.
But we're not very good at that
This
part.
is not a good description of our channel.
Bad intro, but we're going to keep it. If you're new here, hello, please subscribe. The quality will only go downhill from here.
Sorry.
This is a tag video.
Woo!
Now, we have been tagged by two of George's finest booktubers. In fact, I'm going to put it out there that these are George's two finest booktubers. We've been tagged by...
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. We've been tagged by Courtney Farrader from Georgia, state, not country. And we've been tagged by Jim, country, not state. Check out both their channels. Jim's relatively new as well, so a lot of you may not have heard of him. So check him out. He is, I believe he's English and living in Georgia, but he's a really interesting person. And Courtney is somebody we talk about a lot and is brilliant, and you should just subscribe to her channel because... Do it now. But both good channels. Anyway, so we were tagged by them. The original tag is by Rainier Books. And we're going to get straight into it.
As they say.
As they say. What camera do you use for your videos?
We use my webcam. I've got a fancy Chromebook for work and it's got a pretty good camera. We used to use a DSLR Canon thing, but it always wanted us to film in like 10-minute chunks and we couldn't figure out how to solve that tech issue. So
I googled it and it said buy a better SIM card, like a memory
storage
card.
card.
We already had the storage card that they recommended, so
yeah.
It's.
I mean, I'm sure it's a problem we could solve, but basically when we switched to using the webcam on my laptop, no one had a complaint about the minuscule drop in visual quality. And it's been easier for us to do our editing process.
Saves us a whole process to get the videos.
So we've sort of stuck to it, and that's what we use.
Yeah.
Lazy.
Speaking about filming and being your own director, do you have a favourite film director? It's a good backstage question. Everybody should check out Kit's video on this, by the way. It is irreverently brilliant.
It is very irreverent and funny.
I don't really watch a lot of films, but if I have to have a favourite film director, it's definitely Christopher Nolan's.
I don't have a favourite film director. I watch trash movies because they allow me to sleep with my eyes open.
Yeah. Also, I don't really pay attention to the director.
You don't watch movies. Let's be fair.
That's fair. What microphone do you use and what program do you use to edit your videos? We use this microphone. It's got the word blue on it in a circle. I couldn't tell you anything about it, but it cost about $200, which is about £7. No, it's about £100 actually, but or $100 US, because that's what you half the value for any foreign currency, including lira. I literally don't know what it is. I just wanted a better microphone than your computer had, so I just Googled and bought one, and that's what we use now.
I'm sure he read a review or something, but
no.
Terrifying.
I literally bought it because I had insomnia.
Right.
I also bought a webcam so we could film on my computer as well, and we don't do that because it's shit.
Right. I didn't spend $200 on that.
But I spent about $7 on that.
Oh, wow. Then you get what you pay for.
Yeah. What do we use to edit? We use VSDC. It is a free software on the internet. I have paid for the upgrade version, which, to be honest, makes absolutely no difference. So if you are using VSDC and thinking about paying for the upgrade, don't. Because I couldn't tell you what it did.
Yeah.
It's just, I have no recommendations, good or bad, for that. It is just a program. Honestly, our editing is not the
We
most
don't do a lot.
high quality. Like,
We
yeah,
don't faff about with like filters and
yeah.
all of those things. We cut out some of the swear words. That's about it.
We cut out no swear words.
I was trying to... You okay?
All twats are in here.
You're a twat.
You're a twat. Do you remember the first record that you bought or received as a gift? Record?
Do they mean like CD? Because I'm not that old. Record.
Yeah, I think that's really insulting.
It's quite offensive.
Like, records were a thing when I was young. It was like a retro cool thing, and I'm ancient.
Yeah, if you're a DJ, but like I didn't... Anyway.
I never bought a record. The first one that I bought or requested, like, I don't know, like, when I was young, like, there were, like, lots of, like, the kids' music Mum and Dad bought me and stuff. Like...
Mine was when I was, for my 7th birthday, I got a sound system with, like, a CD player and a tape deck and actually a turntable for records, like the whole shabam, and the radio. And with that, I got my first half a dozen CDs, one of which was Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon, one of which was Madonna, The Immaculate Collection, and one of which was The Best of the Eagles. And I couldn't tell you what the others were, probably because I've wiped them from my memory. They were probably something like New Kids on the Block.
The first one I actually bought with my own money.
Oh, with my own money.
With my own money was No Need to Argue by the Cranberries, who I still enjoy now.
I think with my own money was Razorblade Suitcase by Bush. Potentially.
Yeah. Which, yeah.
Yeah, that's how old we are. Okay?
Yeah, that is. I remember when Creed were cool.
No, they were never cool.
They were briefly cool.
Scott was not cool.
Okay, they were cool until I realised it was ironic.
Scott wasn't cool.
How do you prepare your videos, talking points, detailed script, or just talking? I can tell you the notes I have on my knee are from the last video. That's how much prep we've done for this video.
We generally don't prepare a lot. I think one of the benefits of having a 2-person channel is if one person gets stuck, the other one can take over. And if one person starts talking in circles, the other one can beat them with a stick.
There are videos that I do prep for. If we do a single book review, there's definitely prep done for that. That is probably, they're the videos that get the most prep done.
For sure.
Even just things like a wrap, I will make just a list of all the books that we're going to discuss, just so that there's an order.
Some sort of skeleton, I guess.
Sometimes there's dot points and things like that. With a tag video,
I think we treat the questions as like the framework.
We often read the questions before we do it and then decide whether we need to answer them on the fly or answer them beforehand.
I think it depends on how many books you're expected to pull from your shelves as to whether we actually do that or not.
Yeah, it's trying to like...
But minimal is the answer to the question.
Yeah, there's a lot of pulling from us going on. TV shows have become the thing of our time. Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, Netflix, HBO, and Amazon. Just name some few more, like Nike.
Anyway.
McDonald's. What is your favourite TV shows ever? Name a maximum of 3.
Well, what do we watch? We watch RuPaul's Drag Race and we watch BookTube.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Really all we watch. Occasionally I watch some things on my own because Scott and I work slightly different hours. I have recently watched It Is a Sin, which was awesome. So I'll include that too.
Well, Brinny is named after a character from Gavin and Stacey, so...
Yeah, because we do love that show.
If you know Gavin and Stacey, I'll give you a hint. It's Bryn. What kind of BookTube videos do you prefer to watch and why? Reviews, wrap-up, vlogs, book hauls, book tags, etc. So, I mean, certain other booktubers have come out as, I don't like BookTube. I mean, what monsters. But I actually kind of agree with that sentiment because what they have both said is that...
Except you're obsessed with BookTube and you love BookTube.
I do love BookTube, but I think it is the personality behind the BookTuber.
Yeah, I could really give a rat's what format your particular video is. I follow BookTubers, not... I don't search for TBR videos or... And
I've said to you, I don't like this type of video, and then I've had to eat my words. For example, I don't like... what's the ranking?
Tier ranking.
I think they're dumb. And then Olivia's Catastrophe, she tier ranked all of the Shakespeare books.
Yeah, which was an awesome video.
It was a really clever use of that format because it allowed her to like discuss the ones she wanted to discuss and like just go, and this one exists.
Yeah.
It was like the right tool.
Exactly. And I think in the hands of a good booktuber, any format works.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking for personality is really...
Yeah, and also like common interests and...
Yeah.
You know, if I do search for specific video types, sometimes I'll be looking for books by people of colour or books by queer authors or... books about a certain topic or that sort of thing, and I do if I'm looking for a specific video format, it's because I'm researching a book that I want to buy, and I will be looking for those sort of list videos where people say these are my 10 favourite books about whatever.
I tell you the one time I do actually care about what video. It's the very first time I watch a channel. I really, really want to watch a wrap first or something to give me an idea of your taste in books because I want to know that we have some common interest.
I think as a couple, the one thing that we avoid in channels is a lot of young adult content because that's not really what we read. I read a small amount of young adult, particularly on audio, because I'm getting used to audio. But it's not something that either of us are searching for. And if there's a lot of young adult content on that first couple of videos, it's probably an idea that we're not a great fit.
But even some of the booktubers we watch do a fair bit of young adult, and that's fine because they mix it with other stuff and...
yeah, it's really when it's dominated.
Yeah, I wanna know... that like, and a wrap even tells me exactly how you think about a book. It tells me a lot.
Yeah.
So that is what I care about for a new booktuber. But even then, it doesn't have to be a wrap. It can be my favorite books of the year is another good one, or whatever. Watching TV was probably a part of all of our childhood. These years, it's become less popular. What kind of media user are you?
Yeah, I mean, like I read, and I watch some BookTube, and I spend a lot of time on social media, but that's actually part of my job, so...
Yeah, I think, like, what sort of media do I consume? I try and consume... I'm quite happy not consuming media when I don't have to. We don't have an active Instagram, although we're on Instagram, but we're on it as a couple.
Yeah, that'd probably be more effective if we had one each.
Yeah, it would. We're on Facebook separately, but again, I don't
my Facebook
regularly.
account is... I'm logged into it every day, but it is because it's linked to our business accounts, and that's what I use it for.
But yeah,
and occasionally posting photos of the dog.
Yeah, I just think like we use YouTube, and like I've got a Script account and an Audible account, and
Yeah.
like that's
We are actually those booktubers who booktube and book.
honestly anybody who is on BookTube has 4 hobbies, as we've said, like filming, editing, watching BookTube, reading. Once you have 4 hobbies,
And run your own business.
like there's not a lot of time for other things. So
He still has to cook me dinner. Like, he can't spend all of his time with his feet up.
somebody's got to wash your feet with their hair. That's
With their hair.
it's a Bible thing.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, you just made it sound gross.
Well, it sounded gross.
Just pointing at
The Bible's a bit gross.
Isn't that what Mary Magdalene did to Jesus?
Probably. Yuck.
Yeah, I'm not a scholar.
Not to kink shame, but gross. Feet are gross.
That was totally kink shaming.
Sorry.
You just judged Jesus and Mary Magdalene's kink.
And anyone else who likes feet, which is a lot of people.
Yeah, that's like you're going to hell now, you know.
Oh well.
Tag up to 8 people. That's excessive, isn't it? Excessive, not obsessive.
You're obsessive.
Very different things.
Who are we tagging?
Let's tag Amrita by the Books. She's a new channel that we've discovered, and she's excellent. Check her out.
Yes, awesome. Good call.
Let's tag Josh at Josh's Bookish Adventure.
Oh, I'd actually be interested to hear Josh's answers to the tech questions.
Yeah, Josh does some very...
Like, really simple but very effective things in his videos.
I actually think that... I don't think Josh does anything that we don't do. I think he's just very clever about how he does it.
Yeah, I suspect that Josh could teach us things.
I think that he's very clever with his application of what he knows. But maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe you're wrong. Maybe he's like studied filmmaking and he's a genius.
Let's tag Daniel at Guilty Feet. Let's tag Roz at Scallydandling about the books. Let's tag Barb at the Font, Melissa at Fully Booked, and Katia Weinert.
Awesome. That's heaps.
All right. Also, Katia's a new... Katia.
Drag queens.
Yeah.
Told ya.
She is a new channel for us too, and definitely a channel worth checking out.
Check them all out.
Check them all out.
We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.